We really need to stop pushing struggle love in the Black community. I don't think any community push struggle love like we do in the Black community. It is so sickening. It's really really sad. So there was this post I posted in a couple of marriage groups today, and you already guess know what I said, okay? So I said, let me jump on because a couple of people was misusing scriptures. I just didn't feel like bothering with them. I was napping today. Oh, I got me a good nap today. Ooh, girl, I had woke up. I was reading this with one eye. I was like, let me just leave. But anyways, I wanted to come on because over here at Church Girl, we don't push struggle love. Honey, if he is still on the path, you leave him on the path till he get to the destination. Happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? We was having a little bit of snowstorm here all day today. Wasn't a snowstorm. It was a little snow. And so it's been snowing here all day. Of course, I love it. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for those of you who've picked up my books. I am doing a sale on my books in India, France, Australia, Japan, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Germany continues to just fall in my heart. So I'm going to do Germany too. But thank you for those of you who have picked up my book. And if you've read my book, any of my books, Janice don't preach struggle love. We don't encourage struggle love over here. I say no to struggle love. As a matter of fact, I have a t-shirt. I need to find it. Anything that has to do with struggle love, baby. Struggle love is a curse. You're living under a curse. Struggling is under the curse. Okay, don't sign up for no struggle because you're signing up for the curse. Bible says Adam and Eve came out of the garden. Bible says God said you will eat by the sweat of your brow, which means to struggle. Okay. Jesus came 42 generations to get us from underneath the struggle. So ladies, do not marry struggle. And brothers, if you're still struggling, you didn't get to the part where you can say, I'm ready for a wife and children, don't marry no woman. Please leave her alone. Okay. So be sure to subscribe. I'm still not at my 17,000, but you know what? It's okay. That's why I'm not coming on to Married at First. If I had got there, girl, I would have tried to squeeze out an hour, but so it says and this is posted in a couple of marriage group and singles group. Okay. Christian, of course, the Christian ones, they push the struggle of. Okay. It says any woman that stick by you when you don't have anything is the same woman you need to have when you have everything. So basically, what they're saying is a man who has absolutely nothing needs to go find him a woman, and she is to stick by him. And when she stick by him and get what he needs to get, and is struggling no more, he needs to marry the woman. That one problem is most of them don't do it. Come on. 99.999999999% of the men who their women struggle with them, when they make it, they will 9 out of 10 times trade in their struggle wives, their starter wives, for girls like me, who we have one little bit of standard. We say, I don't want you, you struggle. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no house to put me in. I can't send my kids to private school. How we gonna eat? Where we gonna live? If you don't have anything, this is, girls, if you could just think these things through, think. If he don't have nothing, how you gonna take me out on dates? Huh? How you gonna buy me flowers? How you gonna put a nice ring on my finger? Where we gonna live at? Because I live in Jersey. So because I live in Jersey, I'm gonna need you to buy a house and put me in a house. Where we gonna live at? What we gonna eat? We ain't got nothing. What we gonna eat? Huh? How many poverty babies we need to have that we ain't got nothing to take good care of them, leave an inheritance for them, can't send them to private school, Send them to public school, 50 kids in the one class. I mean, I just have so many questions. But see, ladies, a lot of you are so emotional. Instead of you asking these questions and really think through them for yourself and use your common senses, you get all emotional and you get with the, oh, when he gonna get it. Where we gonna live until you get it, sir? And how long is it gonna take for you to get it? And why you haven't gotten it before you try to come and talk to me? You know what I said? I said never. I would never marry a man that ain't got nothing. It's just it's common sense. If he has nothing, what am I supposed to do? Who's gonna take care of us? You want me to take care of us? You want me to buy a house and pay the mortgage? You want me to put food on the table, clothes on our back? If you have nothing, ladies, if the man have nothing, please tell me why you would join your life to a man that has absolutely nothing, that is struggling. Do you know when you sign on to struggle, your life is going to be a struggle? In that post I posted yesterday, the other day, about debt, about this also in my community tab. I post a lot of stuff in the community tab, but I'm moving them to Patreon now. This is another marriage struggle of Black marriage group. I'm just so tired of them struggle people. It says debt will not be a factor in our marriage. We release ourselves of any stronghold of owing anything. But you marry the man in debt. Granted, most people have a little bit of debt. I had less than $10,000 in student loans when I got married, because I was able to pay it off in the first year that I got married. My husband said, just pay off your student loans. Okay. My husband didn't have, he might have had one credit card. Most people, I'm talking about that drown in debt. Like this guy, he had $500,000 in student loans debt. Why would I marry somebody like that? And then your debt is going to become my debt. This is 2008. And in 2008, when the market crashed, he lost his job, y'all. He had to move out of his studio apartment. I had a 1-bedroom. And move back home with his mama. No, you tell me. Why would I marry somebody like that? These are things you think about. And so me and this young lady was talking, and she said, let me just read her comment, because me and her was going back. She said, I disagree because you miss out on your true love. I have student loans. My husband knew I did, so I don't think you're supposed to choose someone solely on this. I get the point, but at the same time, we all made mistakes. If someone believes in God, he is the one who will do the impossible. And then I said, I would never marry a man drowned in debt. Never. Never. Why somebody is in debt is my true love. Dating is about data. If the data you collect doesn't fit with what you want, then move along. I don't believe in meeting a man and falling in love. You don't have the data. My dad says never fall in love. I had student loans debt when I met my husband, less than 10K left, but I dropped a guy who was $500,000 student loan debt. Why would I marry a man $500,000 student loan debt? We all have some kind of debt. Well, most people. But if the debt is too much for you to handle, move along. I would never. I don't think I would have married Mike if he had $50,000 in debt. I wouldn't. Especially credit card debt. Student loans, I might have $50,000 might have been my cutoff. But dating is about data. You gather the data. This is why I keep telling you, ladies, do not meet a man and fall in love. You don't have the data to fall in love. You don't have the data. You need to collect the data. But you know what the problem is, ladies? A lot of you don't know what you want. So he come and throw you any old thing and you just accept it. You're like, okay. But you don't know what you want. I guarantee you, if you knew what you want in a husband, you would never marry a man that have nothing. I would never. You had to put me in a house. My husband had a townhouse or condo. I don't want no condo. Sorry. I want to be able to open 4 windows and look out on each side, north, south, east, and west. I would never marry a man that needs me to pay half the mortgage. Never. You can't be my husband. And another. I didn't tell the little boy I was taking. He up there jumping and carrying. And another thing they were talking about, the reason I want to come on, just in case anybody's in those groups and see those comments, was they was talking about King David. How David married Saul's daughter and David was poor. And I'm like, lies. Lies. David was not poor. You think King Saul, the king would give his only daughter, if I remember correctly, but if she wasn't the only one, Michal was his prized possession. You think King Saul will give the princess to a poor man to go live in the wilderness? I said, lies, read the Bible. David was not poor. David was a multi-millionaire. When David left Benjamin, David the Benjamite left Bethlehem. Was in Bethlehem? Left Jesse's house, the Benjamite. He was a poor boy. But see, people don't read the Bible. This is why I don't listen to some of these people up here teaching on you. I don't listen. They don't read the Bible. They don't study. When David went to bring cheese and milk to the brothers, David overheard them saying, King Saul will give the man who killed Goliath, will make him rich, make his family tax-free forever, and give him the hand of Michal, the king's daughter. So when David killed Goliath, David automatically became a multi-millionaire. And Michal, Princess Michal, was a part of his reward for killing Goliath. Read the Bible. You really think King Saul would give his daughter, the princess, to a poor boy to bring her in the wilderness to live in the bushes? I'll give you another one. Laban and I, we have a love-hate relationship. I love how he stood up for Rachel, but I hated how he was unjust to Leah because he knew Leah was ugly. Nobody wanted Leah. And I felt like he should have dressed her up, put on some good makeup, put on some beautiful silk, and take her over to the next town and marry her off. And so I don't like him for that. Everybody wanted Rachel. Nobody wanted Leah. Rachel was young and pretty and shapely and beautiful. Read the Bible. For those of you who think looks don't matter. Everybody wanted Rachel. Nobody wanted ugly Leah. So when Laban says to Jacob, nephew, tell me, what you want, what kind of payment you want. It's not right. It's not lawful for you to be here working for me and I'm not paying you. Jacob says to Laban, give me Rachel's hand in marriage. Laban said, hold up. What you got? What you got? Because Jacob ain't had nothing. Jacob had to run for his life. No, granted, Jacob wasn't broke, but Jacob couldn't get what he had. Because if he had went back, if he stayed where his family was, Esau would have killed him. So he had to run for his life. So all that Isaac, his daddy, had that was supposed to split between Jacob and Esau, though Esau would get the first birth rights, he would get most of the stuff. But don't forget, Jacob tricked Esau for his birthright. Read the Bible. That's what I tell y'all. These little jack-leg people coming over here trying to challenge me on some scriptures. Bring the Bible, baby. You gotta bring the Bible. Bzz, and the study tools. So Jacob had to run. He had absolutely nothing except the blessing. Jacob had the anointing of God on his life because God had already proclaimed that the older will serve the younger. But at that time, Jacob had absolutely nothing other than the clothes on his back and the couple of pieces his mama, Rebecca, gave him to run. If you don't know the story of Jacob and Laban and Leah and Esau, it's written in 10 Years of Girlfriend, I think. Yes, that's my conclusion in 10 Years of Girlfriend, the Leah in me. And so when Jacob said, let me marry Rachel, Laban said, what you got? Where are you going to put her? How you going to provide for her? How you going to feed the kids you going to have? Jacob said, okay, let me work 7 years for the hand of Leah. You know what that means? He had to get there. He had nothing. 7 years. Laban can see that he's a hard worker. He can save up some money and he can build a house for Rachel. On the wedding night, dirty, dusty Laban tricked Jacob and gave him Leah. When Jacob woke up in the morning, Jacob said, wait a minute, this is not Rachel. Hello, y'all. Read between the lines. He slept with her all night and didn't even know it was Rachel. Doesn't mean he didn't talk to her. But anyways, read the book. He went to Laban. He said, Laban, you tricked me. And Laban says, I worked for me another 7 years, and I will give you Rachel also. But let's finish Leah's wedding, because those days wedding take 2 weeks. And so in 2 weeks, Jacob married Rachel, but he had to work another 7 years. So he worked 14 years in all for the woman he loved. Now you tell me, in the year of our sweet baby Jesus, Black people is pushing this foolishness, talking about marry the woman that stick with you when you ain't got nothing. Because when you, what? The devil is a lie. And you know what they don't realize is you're not helping the community. You're not helping the community by men, by trying to get a wife and you're not ready. But you know what, ladies? The power lies in our hands. You get to choose. You get to choose. You choose your husband. You don't have to meet a man and just fall in love. You get to do what? Gather the data. First of all, you need to know what you want in a husband. And then you need to gather the data based on what you want. That's why I don't believe in girlfriends and boyfriends over here. Because I might meet you, talk to you, and you might not have what I want. Bye. In my book that's coming out very soon, I did get it back from the editor, but I just have to get through it. I'm going away for a quick weekend getaway. Maybe I can read it this weekend. I don't know. But I talk about the number of guys I dated. And once I find out they ain't got what I wanted, I drop them. Because I'm not about to make you. I'm not about to waste my time and make you into what I want. Because for the rest of my life and my marriage, I would have to struggle with you. And I'm not about to struggle with no man. Struggling is under the curse. Anyways, I got to go, girl. I gotta go do homework. Baby daddy's traveling and he's coming home tonight. I already made him some special. I wasn't gonna make him the special food, but I was nice this one time. I made him some tits. I got to go. Listen, I need you guys to join my Patreon, okay? Join my Patreon. I talk to you one-on-one. Pick up my books if you haven't, girl. Pick them up. Okay. Let me know what you think. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye. 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 Bye.